Angelea and Zoolander, take one, action. Sorry.
It's okay. All right. Yo, what do they call me? They call me Devin Zoolander. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Yeah, they call me Devin Zoolander. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And I look good on camera. You know I look good on camera. Yo, what's up? It's your homie, Devin Zoolander, coming all the way live from my domicile. And today is an honor because I have sitting to my right one of the coolest people in the world that I met via Instagram, because we all know that the new LinkedIn is Instagram. You know what I'm saying? People, they have what they're doing on there. They have the projects that they're working on and the products that they're selling. And I think I came across your page because it probably was when I interviewed Kat Burton.
Okay.
And then, all right, who's a photographer? We see the photographers here. And then you start looking at pictures. Okay, beautiful people. And it's like, oh, they sing too. Okay, so they're not just like, yeah, I just kind of like take pictures. And, you know, I just wear like earth tones. And it's like, you do anything else? Nah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, I saw that you're an artist, which I really, really appreciate. So all those things combined, I said to myself, oh yeah, you would definitely be a good person to interview.
I appreciate that.
No problem. So without further ado, please put your hands together for the one and only Angelea.
Hello.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm sure at Cal you use the bee's knees. But anyway, how are you today, Angelea?
I'm doing well. I'm really happy to be here. Thank you.
Oh, you're most welcome. And like we talked about earlier, you just recently turned 27.
Yes.
So how does that feel?
It feels like 26, but a little bit wiser.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm already feeling, so many people have been telling me that 27 was such a great age for them. And I feel like I'm already feeling that. Like, I feel like with 26, I planted a lot of seeds for myself. And 27, they're already starting to come to fruition. So I'm excited about being 27.
That's good to hear. Now, it's weird because I think 27 is definitely an age, any birthday you reach is a reason to celebrate. But we know there's a Amy Winehouse, I believe a Jimi Hendrix, I believe a Janis Joplin, that 27 club.
Yeah.
And obviously we want you to be here for as long as you're supposed to be here. But I do think that it's important to address that in the times that we're living in, where we see athletes that are star athletes that are really trying to take their mental health into consideration.
Yes.
I think what I would like to ask you, knowing that there is a 27 club, knowing there's a lot of pressures on you as an artist, how do you stay grounded and take care of your mental health at age 27?
Therapy.
Okay.
Therapy.
All right.
I am a big advocate for therapy. Actually, my best friend is a therapist in Philadelphia. And I've been in therapy since I was, maybe 13. And you don't have to have gone through anything super traumatic to be in therapy. I feel like there's this stigma around it. A lot of people don't like to ask for help or admit that they have problems. But it's nice to go to someone who's completely unbiased, to just work through things. In addition to that, I'm also kind of on my own spiritual journey of meditation and just inside out evolving. So in addition to therapy and just going to the gym and watching what I'm putting into my body and reading and watching, all of that just helps my mental and helps me stay grounded.
Now, to continue the conversation about mental health and protecting your energy, obviously you have a tight circle that includes your manager.
Yeah.
And we also know that you might have a couple other people in your circle. However, as someone that is a model, as someone that is a public figure, as someone that performs in different venues, there might be people that might be trying to gain access to you that might not have the best intentions, and their energy doesn't really align with yours. So how do you stay away from people that could potentially bring negative energy your way?
Well, that's a really great question. I feel like I just had to deal with this. I haven't had to deal with it in a very long time because I'm very introverted. And that's something that, I don't know, I never wanted to be introverted, because when you think of being outgoing and versus introverted, the outgoing people are like life of the party, and that's not what that means at all. But I'm already so protective of who's in my space because my energy gets swayed so easily. But honestly, it's all about how I feel when I'm around that person. That makes me either want to continue to be around them or just kind of really back off and maybe not text back, or, you know, maybe not hang out, because, you know, not everybody's energy is for everybody, you know. So if it doesn't align, excuse me, if it doesn't align with, you know, who I am as a person or lift me up, then I kind of want no parts.
As an artist that has been doing her thing for a while, but is trying to gain more notoriety, and not just for your singing ability, but also you have a YouTube channel and you're a model as well. So you have a lot of different avenues, a lot of different pathways to success. But as someone that is trying to thrive in the music industry, I'm sure you're aware of the evils that are lurking out there. And we just talked about energy, maybe more so in the personal sense, but in the professional sense, has there ever been a time in your young career where you felt like someone was trying to get you to do something that would make you compromise your integrity?
Honestly, I feel like I'm so blessed because I have not. And I, you know, maybe something was going on behind the scenes, but because I was younger, I had adults around me who were advocating behind the scenes, so that never even reached me. So all my experiences professionally have been very just that, professional, to the point where I haven't had to question motives or anything. Well,
I'm glad to hear that that's the case, because I think there are more than enough stories out there where it didn't go like that. Yeah. And I'm glad that you had people in your life that had your best interests in mind.
Definitely.
And didn't allow the wrong people to get around you.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I kind of started asking a bunch of interview questions, but what we normally do is we normally do an icebreaker first. So the icebreaker we're going to do is called Two Truths and a Lie.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I know it's pretty self-explanatory. However, you would be surprised at how many people mess it up. So just for our viewing audience, right. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to give me 3 statements. I don't want you to change your voice inflection or change your facial expression as to tip me off to what the lie might be. So just give me 3 statements about yourself, 2 of them true, 1 is the lie, and then allow me to figure out which one is the lie.
Okay. Are you ready? Okay.
I'm ready.
Let's see. I walked on the red carpet with Kim Kardashian. Sorry. I was adopted from New York, born in New York and then adopted, brought here to Pittsburgh. And I almost, let's see. I almost messed it up. Hold on. Let's see. And I have 9 siblings.
Okay. So the statements are: you once walked the red carpet with Kim Kardashian. Now, the New York thing, could you repeat what you say? Adopted?
Yeah, so I was born in New York, adopted, and then brought to Pittsburgh.
Okay. And then the third one is that you have 9 siblings. All right.
Oh, I think I did good. All right.
I can see how this goes in poker. But anyway, all right. So let's see. The lie is that you have 9 siblings.
That is a lie.
Wow, I got lucky. How many do you have?
Well, technically, oh, wait. Can you ask me that after? I think I'm going to give something away.
Okay. All right. So the other 2 things. You walked the red carpet with Kim Kardashian?
That was one of them, yes.
Wow. Can you tell me about that experience?
So are you saying that's...
Oh, no, I was saying the lie was... I thought I already said it. I thought the lie was that you got 9 siblings. Well, that's what I think.
I thought it was was it 2 truths and a lie or 2 lies and a truth?
2 truths and a lie. Oh.
Well, technically, I didn't screw it up because I did walk the red carpet with Kim Kardashian and I was adopted, just not from New York. I screwed it up anyway. But yes, I did walk the red carpet with Kim Kardashian. In high school, I went to Kappa. For those of you who don't know, it's a performing arts high school here in Pittsburgh. And we are partnered with the Grammy Foundation. Oh. And so, yeah, and so they have a Grammy Jazz Ensemble. So it's for high school students all over America. And you audition, very extensive audition process. And if you're chosen, you're one of 8 vocalists, and they fly you out to LA for Grammy Week. You walk the red carpet, you perform at the after party, you go to the Grammys, and you perform at nomination parties in LA. And so I was chosen for that. And at the red carpet, this was in 2011, so I feel like she was just really starting to get famous, not at the height that she is now. But yeah, once we went through security, we handed all of our stuff over. We were on the red carpet and she was right in front of us. She's very short. I think a lot of people know that, but I didn't realize I was a lot taller than her.
Isn't she like 5'2" or something?
Yeah, she's short.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was being interviewed and yeah.
Wow. That is amazing. Did you take pictures with her too? Or?
No, we had specific instructions. Do not fan over anybody.
Right.
Be super chill. Which was hard because I'm just like with everybody, you know, you're at the Grammys. But yeah, so.
Wow. That is amazing. Now I'm already forgetting so so how many siblings?
Okay. Yeah. So because I was adopted, technically, 1 of 7. Yeah, birth mom's side, birth dad's side, and then my siblings who I was raised with.
Dag, I already forgot. What was the third thing?
Oh, that was the 9.
Wait, 9 siblings. Oh, adopted. Oh, okay.
Adopted
okay.
from
So
New York.
those
Yeah.
are all 3
So it was
things.
like, yeah, that was all 3.
Got you. All right. Now, usually I just keep it moving because people be wanting me to play, but I'd be like, no, I'm the host.
I was just about to ask you, but
all right.
Okay, I get it.
But to oblige you since you're asking.
Okay.
All right, let me see. My favorite artist is Prince. I'm originally from Philadelphia, and I went to Cheney University for undergrad.
The lie is your favorite artist is Prince.
Yeah, actually it's
Michael Jackson.
Yeah. But
Good choice.
But I got a lot of love for Prince, and I think that my love for Prince has grown more in his passing than it was when he was alive.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes it's hard. It's like you're Tupac or you're Biggie, you're Jay or you're Nas. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're Brandy or you're Monica. Like, whatever it is, and you just gotta like sometimes fall in the camp. But now that he's no longer here, like I remember when I heard that in 2016, and you know that was just really, really sad because we take for granted even the people that we might not like or might not be as fond of while they're still with us.
Right.
We take for granted that they're going to continue to be here. So it's okay for me to have these ill feelings or something towards you because you're going to show up to class tomorrow, right? Oh, you're not here. Oh, I didn't get to say I'm sorry. Oh, we didn't get to mend any fences. And I can't do that until maybe I see you in an afterlife if we both believe in that.
Right.
But like life is short, life is finite, and Prince, he did a lot, but 57 is like, all right, that's enough. You done.
Yep.
And you know, Mike was even younger. It's like, all right, dog, you 50, you gotta go. Whitney, you 48, you gotta go. And it's just really hard to lose these people. But like, I think that one thing that we can always do is we can let a lot of pettiness go and think about what did they really bring when they were here. And when you talk about Prince, all you just have to say is Prince, and that's it.
That's it.
You don't gotta do any explaining. You don't gotta talk about what your favorite album is. You just be like, Prince. Oh, all right, I got you.
Exactly.
So yeah, well, thank you very much for playing 2 Truths and a Lie.
Thank you.
Or in your case, 2 lies and a truth.
I knew I was gonna screw it up. Whenever you said there's always one that like doesn't get it, that's me. Every time I play this game, I'm like, okay, and then I screw it up.
It's all good. Now, let's get a little bit into your upbringing, and then we can move forward to the present with your career.
Yeah.
Because I like to tell the story of who you were when you were coming up, what your experience with singing was back then. So the question I want to ask you is, you just told me about how you were adopted. You were in New York.
No, that part was a lie.
All right. Yeah,
God.
Just tell me what it was like. Right.
Yeah. So I was born in Pittsburgh. I was adopted at just 2 days old into the most amazing family. My parents are my parents. And I have an older brother. And yeah, my dad was older, and so he was married before, and so from that marriage I have the most amazing older siblings. But yeah, it was just the best upbringing. Super supportive, super encouraging. My dad was like a stage mom. He was the one that really took me to all of my performances, most of my rehearsals, and my mom, kind of took my brother to his sports events and stuff like that. So,
So, what neighborhood did you grow up in?
Brookline. Well, actually, the first street in Overbrook. But I just say Brookline because no one knows where Overbrook is.
Yeah, I know Brookline, but when you say Overbrook, like, I don't know.
See,
all I know is that in Philadelphia, Overbrook is a high school, and that's where the movie Brotherly Love with Keke Palmer and Corey Hardy took place, and also that's the high school that Will Smith went to.
Period.
So yeah, we got an Overbrook in Philly. All right, well, okay, so we got Brookline. That's a different experience. So tell me, did you grow up around mostly white people, black people, mixture? What was your demographics like?
Definitely mostly white people, especially in my neighborhood and the streets that I would ride my bike and everything and play as a kid. There was a family of like biracial children that I would hang out with, but yeah, it's getting a little more mixed now, which I love to see, because my mom is still there. But yeah, growing up, it was mostly white. My neighbor was from Ireland. But yeah, it was a great neighborhood. Yeah.
Okay, so earlier we joked around about how when we're lighting people, some people we got to give them more light.
Yes.
Like maybe on this end of the spectrum, other people we might have to give them a little bit less light, maybe take some away. So to get maybe potentially uncomfortable, I wanted to ask you about the concept of colorism, and I would like to know what your experience with that word is, and have you ever had any challenges that you faced being a fair-skinned person?
Oh my gosh, this is so deep. Wow, I feel like I just got emotional. Wow.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Let me see. I got it. All right.
Thank you.
It's all right.
I don't know why I got emotional. Probably because I've never been asked that. But yeah, so because I'm fairer, I think, it's interesting because when you're a kid, you don't really view yourself a certain way until other people say you're something, or, so I think like growing up, for most people looking at me, they can tell I'm biracial. And for a lot of my friends in school, especially in middle school, they would always have something to say like, oh, Ange, you're not black, or, are you sure you're really black just because I'm so fair? And I think that is something that's so beautiful about being black, because we come in all different shades, and that's such a beautiful thing. It also puts me in a weird category, because I feel like I can't speak on can't speak about certain topics because I haven't experienced them the way that my darker skinned sisters have. And so it also makes me very aware and conscious of my privilege. I am a passing Black woman. You know, some people, if they're not Black themselves and they don't recognize certain features, they'll look at me, and I've gotten Brazilian, I've gotten Cuban, I've got I'm racially ambiguous. So you don't always at first glance know what I am. So yeah, I have experienced racism, I would say probably secondhand, just because my dad was a very dark man. So there were times when we would be on trips. My mom said we were in Baltimore for a family reunion, and I guess this woman saw my brother and me. My brother's a little darker than me, walking with my dad. And later on in the day, we were walking with my mom, and she was like, "Oh, look at the little zebra kids. Where's your Black dad?" You know? And I asked my mom, I said, "Well, what did me and Barry do?" And she's like, "Well, you guys were little. You were laughing that she called you zebras because you're like, we're not zebras, you know, and you didn't understand."
Yeah.
And then recently, a few years ago, we were in West Virginia, and we stopped at a gas station. And to this day, I will never stop. I will never stop for gas in West Virginia. And these men all in trucks just kind of were standing outside of the store, and my mom came in and was like, "We need to go now." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, we're getting chips." She's like, "No, we need to go now." And a cop had pulled up, and he was actually really nice, and he said, "I'm just here to make sure you guys are okay. Someone called and said that the N-words were here." And he was like, "I just want to come and make sure you guys get out okay." And I was like, wow, you know,
How old were you again?
Oh man, I was probably maybe 15, 16. Okay, wow. So that was way longer than just a few years ago, maybe a little older. Yeah.
But that memory is still fresh in your mind. You'll never forget that.
No. No.
All right. Well, I want to thank you very much for allowing me to ask you a question.
I'm so sorry I got emotional.
Like
that was so.
It's okay.
Brought up stuff.
Right. I hear you. I was about to say I understand, but then just like the same way you say you can't speak on certain things.
Yeah.
As someone that is racially obvious, you know what I'm saying? The only thing with me is like, only thing that gets on my nerves is that people, they just take any, like, they give me the dumbest doppelgangers. Like, they call me any skinny Black dude with big eyes. So it's like, it's like, oh, Chris Tucker, Arsenio Hall, or like Urkel, or whoever, people just be saying anything. Just like,
well, that's literally like, I have a lot of my close friends are also biracial, and we're all different shades, so many different features. We look nothing alike. And someone will be like, "Oh, are you guys twins?" Do we look like twins?
Right.
And it's just, I just laugh because it comes down to being light skinned, having curly hair, and that's about it. Right. That's really it.
Right. and I guess depending on who you're hanging around, it kind of can, like, so because if you're around Yash, then it's like, all right, well, okay,
right,
it's like, oh yeah, that's one of us right there. Okay, I wasn't sure at first glance, but but Yash, all right, okay,
exactly.
Okay, you get the dap too.
Exactly. And I've actually heard, like, some people have said to me, like, "Oh, like, you sound Black. You sound Blacker than what I thought you would." And I don't always know how to take that, but sometimes I'm just happy that, like, okay, like, you recognize that, like, I'm Black too.
Yeah. And in all honesty, like, when I first saw your Instagram profile, I definitely, I mean, obviously, you can't escape, like, the potential of someone being biracial, multi-ethnic. Yeah. So yeah, that is there because of your complexion. But yeah, I always thought, like, we know what our people look like, even if it comes in a slightly lighter package. We know because we can feel it. It's like familiar, and that's why
it's like an essence.
Yes, it's an essence, because, like, you can, like, obviously there might be a woman that looks like this, where it's like, okay, we know who she is, but then it's like with you, like, I feel like there's something familiar, and that's what I often find. I think sometimes even when I might meet a Latinx person or something, and at first glance I think they're white, but then you know, you start looking and the way they move and the way they get in the car and stuff like that. Because when I'm Ubering, the way white people get in the cars like this, like especially white men, I don't know what it is. They be doing shit like this. Let me get into my bag real quick. They be like this. What's up, cuz? I'm like, what the fuck?
Just
like,
a little cringe.
Yeah, and be like, what's up, bro? And it just
bro.
It'd be some extra shit. And it's just like, damn, dog. It's like, yo, hey, how you doing? What's going on, man? All right, you chilling? All right, cool. Yeah, that works. But when they say all the other stuff,
it's just extra.
It's just so extra, and you can tell it's coming from like a place of maybe an inferiority complex or something. It's like, you really don't have to do that, because I'm actually not the most niggerish dude out here. I mean, I know the skin is dark, but don't let the paint job fool you. I don't want no smoke.
Just be normal.
Yeah, just chill out.
Just be yourself.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that we got to talk about that. I appreciate the outpouring of emotion, because to me, you're not being fake about it.